Let's take you through a 9-day itinerary to Bali, filled with lush green rice terraces, island hopping, volcano views, underwater adventures, and cliffside cafes, all starting from Bengaluru. We took a flight from Bangalore to Denpasar with a short layover in Kuala Lumpur. The arrival at Denpasar airport was early morning, around 4 am, but clearing immigration took a few hours due to heavy inward traffic. A tip: pack snacks and have patience. Once out, we drove straight to Ubud, our base for the next 3 nights, and possibly the best decision to start the trip. Ubud is the spiritual and cultural heart of Bali. It's lush green, peaceful, and full of life at the same time. We stayed at Lily Cottage, a cozy little place nestled right in the middle of Ubud. If you're looking for something more offbeat, there are also beautiful bamboo houses around, often tucked deep in nature. Perfect if you're into the rustic, secluded vibe. Ubud is where your Bali trip truly begins. Start your day with a sunrise visit to the Tegalalang rice terraces. The misty skies, palm trees, and layered rice fields look straight out of the postcard. You can walk around, click photos on the edge of the terraces, or hop on to one of the famous Bali swings for that perfect Instagram moment. Rent a scooter and take a scenic ride to Kintamani. The drive is peaceful and full of views, winding roads, little temples, and quiet villages. At the top, you'll get the stunning views of Mount Batur, a still active volcano next to a giant caldera lake. You can also book a sunrise trek to Mount Batur from Ubud. It starts early, around 2 am, and offers a surreal sunrise if the weather is clear. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it because of the local festival, and many services were paused for 2 days. So plan ahead and check the local calendar if that's on your list. Back in Ubud, you can take a refreshing break at Tegenuang Waterfall, one of the most accessible waterfalls in Bali. Great for a quick dip or just chilling by the water. Later, head to the Ubud Art Market. You'll find handcrafted bags, dream catchers, clothes, and art pieces. Perfect souvenirs and gifts. Right next to it is the Ubud Palace if you want to catch a glimpse of Balinese architecture and maybe a traditional dance performance in the evening. If you're up for more adventure, go for a quad bike ride through muddy jungle trails. It's messy, fast, and fun. Or visit the sacred monkey forest where hundreds of macacus roam freely among ancient temples. Just keep your bag zipped. The monkeys can get curious. Finally, no Ubud visit is complete without a photo at the iconic Handara Gate with entry fee of 50,000 Indonesian rupiah. It's about a 2-hour ride from Ubud, surrounded by mountains and clouds. Be sure to arrive early. It gets crowded very quickly. Whether you are into jungle vibes, markets, cafes, or just peaceful walks, Ubud has something for every kind of traveler. On day 4, we took a fast boat from Padang Bai Port, which is close to Ubud, and headed towards Gili Islands, one of the most unique and fun parts of our Bali trip. Pro tip: instead of trying to book boats and transfers separately on each island, we booked our entire inter-island journey in Ubud itself, including boats to Gili and Nusa Islands and transfers back to mainland Bali. This saved us a ton of time and hassle, especially since ticket queues on the island can get really long and chaotic. Gili Islands are car-free. That's right, no motor vehicles allowed here. The only way to get around is on foot, bicycle, or horse carts, locally called Sidomo. It constantly gives the island a laid-back, peaceful vibe. We stayed at Free Gili Trawangan Resort, a beautiful beachside resort that was close to all the action, but still peaceful enough to relax. Whether you're looking to party or just chill, this is a great base. One of the main highlights in Gili is snorkeling and scuba diving. We opted for the private boat for our snorkeling tour, which gives you flexibility to move at your own pace and beat the crowds. But if you're on a budget, there are also per-seat share boat options that follow a standard route to all major spots. Some of the popular snorkeling points include the underwater statues, the sea basks, Turtle Point, and the Coral Garden. The water is clear, warm, and full of marine life. Whether you're a beginner or a certified diver, the Gili waters welcome all. There is a small entry fee of 20,000 Indonesian rupiah per person to enter Gili Trawangan, usually collected by your boat operator or at the dock, which goes towards marine conservation efforts. Make sure to carry cash, as this can be paid only through cash. When the sun sets, the island transforms into a party zone. There are beachside bars, fire shows, and even an open-air cinema where you can lie back on beanbags and watch movies under the stars. It's quite an experience. If you're looking for late-night fun, head to the central beach strip on Gili Trawangan, where you'll find music, food, and party vibes till late night. Whether you're a beach bum or underwater explorer, or someone who loves island nightlife, Gili has it all, packed into a tiny, traffic-free paradise. place. After soaking in the vibes of Gili, we took another boat ride, this time to the Nusa Islands. The three Nusas, Lembongan, Seminyak, and Penida, are bigger, wilder, and more rugged compared to Gili. We arrived at Nusa Penida and stayed near the port at Maruti Gold Resort. It's a budget-friendly and super convenient place if you want to start exploring right after you check in. Here, we rented a scooter and hit the roads, which by the way are a mix of stunning and bumpy. If you're confident on two wheels, it's the best way to explore the island. Our first stop was the iconic Diamond Beach. The ride to this spot is scenic. You'll pass through palm-lined roads and cliff views. Once you reach, you'll have to climb down the steep stairway carved into the cliff. But the view, absolutely worth it. Turquoise waves crashing on white sand, sharp rock formations, and almost no one around if you reach early. You can also visit Broken Beach, a natural bridge formed over the ocean, and Angel's Billabong, a tide pool with crystal clear water perfect for photos. And of course, Kelingking Beach, the famous T-Rex shaped cliff that looks straight out of the postcard. Do note, boat transfers, day tours, and vehicle rentals here are run mostly by local operators. So prices can vary and you might not find online options. But honestly, that's part of the charm. Things feel more raw and authentic on Nusa. There are fewer crowds, more nature, and dramatic cliffs that make you feel like you're on the edge of the world. So if you're into adventure, hidden beaches, and off-the-grid vibes, Nusa is a must on your Bali trip. For the final leg of our trip, we took a boat back to Sanur Port from Nusa Penida and drove down to Seminyak, where we stayed at Pandava's Villas, a peaceful property tucked away in a quiet lane, yet close enough to the lively beach areas and cafes. This region, covering Kuta, Uluwatu, and Canggu, is all about contrast. You get everything from laid-back beaches and temples to vibrant nightlife and street shopping. Let's start with Kuta, known for its long stretch of sandy beach and buzzing vibe. Here you'll find tons of souvenir shops, and let's just say bargaining is a skill you'll want to bring along. It's a fun way to pick up gifts, sarongs, bags, and more. Right next to the beach, you can go for a casual beach walk, rent skateboards, or just enjoy the sunset from one of the many beachfront cafes. If you're looking for essentials or snacks, try Pepto Express Supermarket. They have lots of ready-to-eat meals and a surprisingly good in-house coffee called the Black Coffee. Next, we scooted off to Uluwatu, a scenic coastal region famous for cliffs, surf beaches, and cultural sites. We visited Suluban Beach, a narrow strip of surf heaven tucked between limestone rocks. You'll have to walk through cave-like paths to reach the water. Great spot for watching surfers or catching some waves yourself. Just above Suluban, grab a bite or coffee at Delphi Warung, a local-style cliffside cafe with stunning views of the ocean. Not far from here is the Garuda Vishnu Kenkana, that is the GWK Cultural Park, home to Bali's largest statue, a towering figure of Vishnu riding the mythical bird Garuda. It's even taller than the Statue of Liberty and makes for an epic photo spot. To end the day, we rode to Finn's Beach Club in Canggu, one of the Bali's most famous party spots. The atmosphere here is electric, with music, pools, and beach beds. But here's a tip: book your seats in advance, especially for sunset hours. Walk-ins usually end up standing, and while the vibe is unmatched, the food is just average. So go for the drinks and the energy, not the dining. For breakfast or quick caffeine fix, Relaxed coffee in Seminyak was one of our favorites. Simple, well brewed, and perfect to start your day. There are dozens of other cafes in this area too, but availability varies depending on crowd and season, so it's best to keep options flexible. With everything within scooter distance, this part of Bali is where you can explore temples in the morning, surf in the afternoon, and dance the night away. Whether you're a beach lover, cafe hopper, party animal, or sunset chaser, this zone lets you wrap up your Bali trip with the perfect mix of chill and thrill. Some pro tips before we wrap up. Booking your inter-island travel from Ubud itself, including Padangbai to Gili, Gili to Nusa, and then Nusa to Sanur, helped us avoid ticket lines, waiting times, and confusion. Plus, this also had the pre-booked cab from Sanur to Seminyak, making the transitions very smooth. Whether you're chasing waterfalls in Ubud, cycling around Gili, scaling cliffs in Nusa, or catching a sunset at Beach Club in Canggu, Bali gives you a little of everything. And just like that, your Bali journey is complete. All our stay details, prices, and transport contacts are listed in the description box. Check them out if you're planning your trip. Happy travels and safe journey.